anyone in here not sure what MySpace or YouTube is? Seriously, it's not embarrassing. Just let me know. Because I'll explain it first. Okay, you guys get it? YouTube video, MySpace is social networking. All right. My name is Shauna. This is Shauna. We do a show called Scriggity. It's a, I'm not going to tell you what it is. We'll play it so you get an idea. We also do the Best Man Tech Show, period. And we've used MySpace and YouTube as our primary tools of, getting our videos out there, getting the word out there, getting comments back, getting a conversation started with our viewers. We know it's important. We didn't really want to get tied up into how many subscribers we had to our feed or, anything like that. The comments that we get back, good or bad, help us. They help us make the show better, the shows better. And in this particular show, user feedback is what's going to drive it. So if anyone is offended, I believe an F-bomb is dropped. Earmuffs? Earmuffs?
8:30:06, and this is Scriggity. Ready, set, Scriggity. Scriggity, Scriggity, Scriggity. 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 Anybody know what our threat color is elevated to this week? Maybe Sarah Melendres can let us know. She started her job at the Pentagon this week. The Pentagon, huh? Yeah, I don't know whether to be impressed or overly paranoid. Drew's vote is for impressed. Put me down for overly paranoid. She says that she's been there for 3 days now, and she's having a blast. Blast? Is that supposed to be like a military government joke? She's made a few buddies, and using her girlish charm, even gained access to the internet so she can keep up with Scriggity. Drew tried that once, but he actually lost internet access because of it. I think it had something to do with the heels. Yesterday, which was the 29th, Sarah turned 22. I'd like to note that she sent us an e-invite to her e-party. Happy e-birthday, E-Sarah. We'll be looking out for your e-invite. And it's good to know that some people are listening. We hope she goes out, does some partying, maybe a little drinking. Maybe she'll call some people that she'll regret in the morning. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the invite. The Pentagon? Does that mean that you can look up my tax records? Ah, yes. It's that time of year again. And Chris, one of our viewers, wanted to let us know that this year he's going to be a senior in high school. Remember when you get a really crappy teacher and you would start planning on how to terrorize her in early August? Make the teacher think that I had, narcolepsy or Tourette's or something fun like that. I'd always make the teacher think she was saying my name wrong, even if she said it right, and then when she said it wrong, and then if she said it right again. Shauna? No, it's not pronounced that way. Is it Shuna? No, not that way either. Shauna? Good luck to all you back-to-schoolers out there, and don't forget, do your homework. Send us your grades and how you're doing in your classes to news@scriggity.com. Or if you see some kid get shoved into a locker, send us that. Or if you know the guy who shoved the kid into the locker, send us that. Or if you are the kid who got shoved into the locker, definitely send us that. Or if you're friends with the kid who shoved the kid into the locker, send us that. Anything with being shoved into a locker or in a dumpster or, anything fun like that, just send it to us. Georgia Romero would be thrilled about our next story. It comes from Bill, who says that he was sitting at home, just like he would on any other Friday night, watching horror movies. Holy fucking Jesus. I'm scared already. When he got a call. On the other end of the phone, he heard, "This is a 911 emergency broadcast going out to the local area. There's been a chemical spill at Rycold Chemical Plant in Dover, Delaware, and we are urging everyone to please stay indoors. Close all windows and doors. Please remain inside until further notice." In case all of you are wondering, yes, this is real news. And yes, we are scared. Here's what Bill had to say. So, I figured this is one of my bandmates playing a prank with a set-up recorded message. But I hear a few people got the same message. So now I'm thinking, I've never even heard of this place, let alone ever hearing about something like this happening in my little city. It's probably a big government fuck-up like in the movies, and there'll be all kinds of zombies tomorrow, which would make it so I don't have to go to work. You know, it's kind of funny that the first thing you think about is whether or not you have to go to work the next morning. First thought on my mind would have been, how the hell do we have a chemical plant that I don't know about? And then 2, is mass zombification going to make gas prices go up again? And then 3, how did 911 get my phone number? We're guessing that Bill called out the next day due to mass zombification. No one has heard from Bill since. Thanks for the past few sleepless nights, Bill. Did you guys hear that? I'm not even kidding. Maybe I'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching Scriggity. Be sure to check us out again next week, and remember, send your news to news@scriggity.com.
Rather than trying to explain it, basically user-generated news. We thought, why go out and think about things that we're interested in? Nobody wants to hear about that. We're more interested in what you guys have going on. You know, it's your grandmother's birthday, or you just got a new cool shirt and you want to show it off. We had somebody send in a 17-pound cat, a picture of it, not the cat itself, a picture of a 17-pound cat. So basically, I wanted to show you that because from our work with the Best Damn Tech Show, we kind of have our finger on the pulse of what the YouTube and the MySpace generation want. They want short clips. They are all, you know, ADD. They don't have a lot of time. They're in school. They have jobs. They want to be entertained. They want to be involved. That's the key. That's the key with MySpace. That's the key with YouTube, is involvement. And yeah, when you do things like this and you open yourself up to criticism in an open forum, you're going to get some comments. We get plenty of comments about her lip ring. You should remove the lip ring, things like that. And we don't get mad at it. You know, it's par for the course. So a lot of I'm stupid?
No, not.
No, I already knew that. I didn't know if we had internet, so I'm just going to throw up some screenshots of our MySpace. Everything in MySpace is a tool for you to use to get your content out there. Pictures are key, you know. I work with a company called Plugged, and they had a picture of their logo up as their MySpace. And I said, you know, nobody is going to accept you as a friend. Nobody's going to interact with you if you're a logo. I don't want to talk to a logo. So we took a picture of a guy hanging out of a loft, you know, making a funny face. That's a profile. So, you know, keeping up on your profile views, if you ask people to invite you, the way you want to invite people is go to the places where they are. There's forums, there's groups on MySpace. You want to go, send messages. Be careful that you're not spamming them, but, you know, get involved. Participate in the conversation. Don't try to take the conversation over. If you see a spot where you can slip something in, go ahead and do it, you know. If you have content, if you have content that a particular group might be interested in, if there is a knitting group or forum, go in there and talk to them, you know, get their feedback. And let me see what else. The profile is important. I mean, it depends on the demographic you're going after, but if it's a younger demographic, they want a cool-looking profile. It's really not that hard to modify your profile. It's just a matter of putting in some code, following instructions. It's not a big deal. And the things you have on your profile, you want to make sure that they're useful things. You know, you don't want a bunch of big blown-up pictures that don't mean anything or help. We use YouTube to embed video on our MySpace profile, as you can see on the left-hand side. And actually, the friends list on the right-hand side is actually pretty important too, because when people visit your MySpace profile, they're going to see who else you're friends with. That may judge whether they accept you as a friend or not. It's like, oh, well, let me go click on this person, and you know, they're into some crappy music. So this person knows somebody who's into crappy music. I want nothing to do with them. They make these decisions really quick. You know, there's wildtab.com who sponsored Shauna's trip here, luckily. Otherwise, she would not have been here. And we use bulletins. Bulletins are, on MySpace, are our main way to deploy the content. For all you email marketers out there, you'll get excited. You can make your subject lines whatever you want. There's no spam trap on MySpace. You know, one can make it sound spammy, but you can get creative with it. Wildcat does drunk videos, so why not put drunk videos in the subject line? It'll help. It'll help. You know, I've tried different subject lines for the tech show. Sometimes when I get more creative, spend a couple minutes thinking about it, we get more views.
Do you use any ad tracking?
We rely heavily on YouTube's tracking for the video. I mean, we've been hearing about Blip TV. I don't know if those guys are here, but we want to check them out too. But we have a feed as well that you can subscribe to, but our main deployment is YouTube. We get lots of messages. Responding to them is important, good and bad. Somebody emails you or messages you on MySpace and says your show, your project sucks, thank them for watching or thank them for interacting and ask them how to make it better. They'll respect you. They will. We've had numerous people say, more about the tech show, of course. But they say, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that. And we respond and say, that's a really good idea. We're going to put that on our list of things to do. Please keep watching. We'll try to get better. Comments through pictures. Some of these pictures are very entertaining. And I won't give you a screenshot of what the comments were. But we don't believe in comments unless it's really crazy and offensive. Otherwise, just let it be there, because that person's going to come back. They want to see if their comment's still there. They're participating, because everybody else who views their pictures are going to see the comments that they make. It's all about people wanting to be a part of the group, be a part of what's going on.
Do you plain text or HTML comments? Do you let them do full HTML?
We allow embedded content, but we have to approve it.
Okay.
But we allow them to throw pictures in. This is YouTube. This is the Scriggity YouTube profile. And Shauna, actually, you can redesign it. You can make background images, stuff like that. There's actually a thing on YouTube. If you have content longer than 10 minutes, or that is larger file size than 100 meg, there's called a directors program, where you can sign up. They make you a director. You get a nice little director icon under your profile, and then you are allowed to upload content that is longer. And as long as you have a couple movies uploaded and you're established that you're using YouTube, they will approve you. It doesn't cost anything, and it's a nice thing to have. Once you get on an actual video, there's your views. That's actually how many views that have seen it. I hear rumblings that YouTube is starting to detect IP, so if you sit there and refresh a million times, it may not reflect in the counter. In the past, that's how it went. You have 10 friends and they all hit it 10 times, they would show up as views. But there's commenting on YouTube as well, a rating system. There is a whole political thing on YouTube. If somebody has a video that's higher than yours, higher rated than yours, they will come to yours and they will downvote it. So don't get really upset if you have 3 stars, because it could be somebody who doesn't like it. I really don't take feedback as a big deal unless somebody leaves a comment and explains it. Otherwise, the stars mean nothing to me. No, I'm done with pictures.
Can you see who does that?
Who downvotes you?
Yeah.
No. So there was one day she was the #2 top rated video on YouTube for about 3 hours, and the rating was about 3.5, 4 stars. And then all of a sudden, it went down to 2 within an hour. Maybe a bunch of people didn't like it, saw it, or, there's nothing really you can do about it. But MySpace and YouTube are paramount to what we're doing. Go ahead.
Do you have to be posting on YouTube for a while before you get directors?
As long as you have a video or 2 uploaded. I applied for it before we actually put up our video, before we launched Scriggity, and they said, well, put a couple things up there to establish. So, I think it's just a human approval process they have there. There's no real formula, just as long as they know you're using it.
Do you guys take videos that you like on YouTube and stick them in favorites? And
Absolutely. I mean, the key to all.
Do your viewers and MySpace readers and so on click through your favorites and see what you're into? Or?
Well, there's no real tracking mechanism right now to know that, but we do, since the comments that we get back and some of the humor that we have on the show, we kind of get a good sense. Like one of our favorites is
So the stuff that you put in your favorites is related to your shows, like stuff you found?
or just goofy stuff. We have the peanut butter jelly time video from Family Guy.
Yeah, the only reason I ask is that I'm building stuff that uses YouTube favorites, and I just want to know how people use it, because I'm not a stereotypical YouTube user.
Right, well, we're assuming that YouTube users are a lot like MySpace users in the sense that there is that sense of, all right, they're here, they're watching your video, and then, let me see if I have it good. I've not been backed up in a while.
MySpace is a lot, easier on you though. Like the YouTube crowd is really harsh at times. So I don't know, MySpace, they just eat it up a little more.
Do you use
Yeah.
any, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you use any private videos on YouTube? Because I've noticed a couple people that I subscribe to have started sending, so they get a base of subscribers, and then they start to get friends. And
Yeah.
they send a private, so pay the order of probably half the videos that she does now come in as private, and I don't know if that's just like a personal thing with her, or if she's actually trying to kind of establish a closer relationship with her subscriber base.
Right, it all depends. If they're talking about personal things, it depends on what the video blog is for.
I want people to see it so that they'll send in news, so I don't think that I'd ever really want to make it.
That could be a tactic to get friends. Oh, here's my popular videos, be my friend. It is easier way to manage your subscriptions to do it privately. It's just not the route we go. Go ahead.
I've got a question about MySpace. I've written a book about your generation called My Dad's a Dork. Because I am,
Where'd you copy that?
well, I've just made a profession out of doing everything wrong, according to my daughter. and according to her, MySpace is over.
MySpace it's addictive. I think there's a lot of people who quit smoking and said they were done with it too. You ask people why they're on MySpace, and it's because everyone else is.
But with the Murdoch acquisition of Fox News in the MySpace, that's sort of like the biggest cop-out of your generation. And so now they're shifting to other groupies.
Since the Fox Interactive purchase, they've grown about 70 million users. So
It may not be quite as cool, I think, whatever, but people are still on it anyway.
So what else are you looking at getting on? I think that's a really good question. So presumably doing what you're doing, you're looking at MySpace, you're looking at other things. Where are you going now?
Bebo is more popular than MySpace in the UK.
Yeah.
So it's obviously somewhere where we want to be. As far as video deployment, we use Google Video. Returns from that are okay. The surprising one, I can't believe I'm saying this, is AOL Uncut. Episode 4 had 7,780 views. And I just uploaded it as, let's try this out. So apparently they must do, I haven't logged into AOL in a long time. So I don't know how well, it might be integrated into when you log in, check out AOL Uncut Video.
Do you use Facebook?
You don't
Can
use
you put this
Facebook.
type of content on Facebook?
I'm sure it's one of those things too. We don't want to be like we're invading a space. MySpace, we've used MySpace for a while. The tech show's been on MySpace, so it really wasn't like we were coming at them. I think if we tried to get into Facebook, it would.
It's not really where we belong, I guess,
Right.
so much.
Is there any, is Tag World getting any traction?
What's that?
Yeah, your answer, probably answer my question. There's the West Coast investors have spent a lot of time in this startup called Tag World. If you talk to that particular body, they'll
Anything having to do with tags, is going to revolutionize search. The gentleman up there said, saw the show, loved it. I searched on Podcamp on YouTube. How he wouldn't have found us any other way other than searching that guy right there at the top, Gold Bar Radio.
I have a comment for you actually too.
Okay.
Something for you guys, for everybody to look at. It's really interesting. On demand is a really big subject here, but I've actually been fascinated by the live interaction of Stickam, STICKAM. And this turns out to be something that the kids are doing now that's really starting to pick up, where as opposed to, and I'm not trying to diffuse YouTube, I'm just trying to point out that the kids are looking for more places to hang out, and if what they're doing is they're broadcasting themselves live.
Right.
They put a webcam on themselves, they hang out all day on it, and they interact with their friends.
Right.
So it's something that's kind of like MySpace, but at the same time, it's the next level of technology. It's a pretty interesting thing to check out. I mean, you guys probably have a good time doing a live show or something.
Right. And honestly, the way we would play that is the first message we get that says, "Hey, you guys should come check out this stick cam." Was it
Stick cam, yeah.
stick
Yeah,
cam?
I've seen it.
Come, you should come check this out. You know, whatever. We would go, but probably only by invitation, like I said, rather than invading.
Consider yourself invited.
We're there. Send me the link. We're actually doing this really cool thing. You saw the intro where she says "scriggity" a few different ways. So we've gotten a lot of people to say the word scriggity however they want it. I would love for anybody in here to participate. I mean, we got Amanda from Joanne. It's ingrained in my head. I can't help it. Thank God Andrew's not here. So, and also, if anyone has any news, if anybody hooked up with anybody cool here at Podcamp and they want to talk about it, you know, if you have a piece of paper, jot it down, or, you know, we'll find something for you to jot it down, and we'll try to get it in the next couple of weeks. But without our visitors from MySpace, without the viewers on YouTube, the show's nothing.
If you have your camera gear with you,
we have 1, 2, 3.
Well, the last session today, we're going to have people come and do 10 to 20 seconds of their experience here. So
Right.
stick your camera there at the mic,
Awesome.
and you guys are welcome to take as much of it as you want.
Fantastic. So, is anybody opposed to saying scriggity for us?
No.
I don't know what for.
Is there a way that you funnel your viewers from MySpace and YouTube and Blip or wherever to your main website?
We do have a link on the MySpace to
I don't think our
scriggity.com.
main focus is on that website though. I think that's just a place
Right.
like, to
I
me,
mean,
it's like,
I'm sorry, what did you say? On your website or the YouTube website?
well, since most of the viewers like are on MySpace and on YouTube, and that's where they can see the videos and do all the interaction, the website itself, scriggity.com, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on there. It's just kind of there for like a bio and links to our email and stuff like that.
anybody types in her name in a search engine.
Well, the reason I ask is because there's a guy on YouTube, I think it's like Ask a Ninja,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I found out he actually has his own website, and they're actually starting to, implement a little business model and doing some advertising. And I think he has a pretty good system where he kind of, gives something to YouTube, but you ultimately
Keeps
end
it on
up
the
going
site.
to his website.
Right.
Those guys have got a whole LLC and a holding company and venture capital money. They're going
Yeah.
big time.
They've
Yeah.
gone really big.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, maybe
It's
down the
podcasting. That was
Yeah.
like,
if we go down the road, I mean, I could see you putting the news submission form on the website, maybe driving them to the website and saying, submit your news here. And you can get the one that way. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just show it. So, if we run around with the camera, will we upset anyone?
No, go for it.
Where did you come up with the name?
It was a name. It was just kicked around by a couple friends. If something got screwed up or something was something, man, that was scriggity. You know, so it's just a slang term that means nothing but can mean everything. So, got to see. So the website's just the YouTube embedded videos, bio. We do have a blog support. We also blog on MySpace. We kind of do the same posts on all, just like re-syndication rather than right. But if we found that certain content or certain things we wrote about on MySpace did better with just the MySpace crowd, we would do that. And we're willing to give them what they want. Brandon made this wonderful Wild Tab shirt for Shauna. Thank you, Brandon. Good job.